liquid lipstick Smackdown. So it's 105.
This on for 5 hours.
Oh, this is such a pretty color.
This one just keeps going.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie, and if you're not new here, thank you so much for subscribing. I am so excited about today's video because we are doing a liquid lipstick Smackdown. Get it? Smackers. Now, what that means is I'm basically going to take some of my favorite liquid lipsticks and I'm going to test them throughout the week. And so every day I'm going to wear a different lipstick. I've picked 4 of my favorites. They happen to all be within the same color story because I feel like that's very fair, and pigmentation wise that will really allow us to see how long each one wears. I've picked different brands and most importantly they're all different price points. Since I've started doing YouTube, one of the main conversations that I have with friends is always about lipstick. This, I think, was inspired by a conversation I had with my girlfriend, Colleen. Thank you, Colleen. She was looking to get the Kat Von D liquid lipstick that I talked about a couple videos ago. And she was in Ulta looking for it, and the gal said, we don't have that one. You should just go to Sephora to get that brand because I'm not even gonna recommend another product to you. Like, you should get that one. And so she was really surprised, like, wow, I guess this one really is good. And it is good, but I told her, you know what? Like, there's a Wet n Wild one that's $4.99 that probably stands up to that $24 Kat Von D liquid lipstick. Okay, so these are the 4 that I'm gonna try, and then every day when I put it on, I'm probably gonna do like a mini review and tell you about it and maybe other shades that I have that I like. So the first one that we're gonna do today is the Wet n Wild Megalast Liquid Catsuit. Tomorrow, I'm gonna do the Sephora Cream Lip Stain. And then the third one is Kat Von D's Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. The final one that I'm gonna do is Lancome Liquid Shakers. It's 106. So we're starting off with the Megalast Liquid Lipstick from Wet n Wild in the color Flame of the Game. The thing that I love about this applicator is it's different than any applicator I've ever used. It has like this little scoop out in it. I don't know, it just like contours to your lip and it's great. There we go. Now, because these are so cheap, I definitely have gotten quite a few and I like them quite a bit. The one I wear the most is Nudist Peach, and this one is just like a Your Lips But Better color. This is just such a pretty color. I also have Coral Corruption, so it's just a little bit, so it's just brighter. And then I also have this one, which is called Pink Really Hard. So this one is kind of like a Barbie pink, and it kind of has like lilac-y undertones. So that's the Wet n Wild one, Flame of the Game. So I will check back in with you real soon.
And I haven't had dinner yet, but I thought it would be a good time to check in because I'm at the 5-hour mark. Everything has stayed put and looks good. Lipstick is holding up. And after I ate dinner, it's definitely worn more around the mouth. Sometimes if you press your lips together, you can get it to like redistribute, and so I'm gonna see if that will work. But that actually helped a little bit. And where it's pigmented, it's still really nicely pigmented. So. And it's still going strong. I'm not gonna be like posing for self-portraits with this lipstick on, but if I were out, yeah, I'm fine with this. I knew I liked it before, but now I'm like, dang, that really lasted a long time.
But we're on to our next competitor in the Smackdown, and it is the Sephora Cream Lip Stains. These ones are $14. They originally had like maybe 10 or 12 colors, and then last summer, fall, they introduced like a 20-something new colors. So currently they have 39 colors of this. I'll put this one on, and then I will point out some of the other ones that I have that I like. Oh, I don't think I told you what color this is. This is number 10, which is called Mandarin Muse. And my pet peeve with this collection is that they only have the numbers on the bottom and the names are online, but I wish they would put the names on the tube. Oh, this is such a pretty color. My fear is that you're not going to be able to see how, like, the actual true color of these. But the point of this video, I guess, is to more, like, see how the formulas hold up against one another, but just trust me that this is such a pretty like red orange. It's probably one of my favorite red oranges. Okay. Now I have an absolute ton of these, but I want to show you a few favorites. So obviously number 10 is my like ultimate favorite, but another one that I really like and that I actually think is quite unique for liquid lipstick. This one is number 5 and the color is Infinite Rose and it's like a satiny golden peach. The thing that is so cool about this one is while it dries down matte, it's not like glitter or whatnot, but it just has a sheen to it, like a metallic sheen. So if you don't like liquid lipsticks because they're matte and maybe a little dull and chalky looking, you might like this one. And then I also have this one, which is number 7, and the color is Cherry Blossom, which is just a really pretty, like, vibrant violet, like kind of like a bright orchid. And then this one is number 3, which is Strawberry Kissed, and it's like a pinky red, which is kind of cool. And so it's just like a bright strawberry. It's really pretty. And then this one is number 1, and I just have a little sample of it because this is called Always Red. A lot of people really like that one, and it's a really good true red if that works for your skin tone. So it's 1:05, and I will check in when there's something to report.
Okay, so this is my 5-hour check-in, and I feel like everything looks pretty good still. If you look really close, I feel like there's separation happening, and that it just looks a little more like chalky. I can maybe feel that it's starting to flake. I mean, it's not flaking off. I feel like maybe it might, but overall, I really like the way that the color looks still. And I just ate dinner, and it's definitely worn off a little bit. But it's not as severe as the Wet n Wild one. The Wet n Wild one, it was almost like a line. And this is just more like blended. The color isn't as intense as it was, but it's just kind of more muted. Definitely worn more evenly, which I guess is good. You know, as pigmented as it was 6 or so hours ago, but I've almost had this on for 10 hours. It still looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see, but I'm pretty impressed. I definitely thought that it was gonna flake off because it kind of looked chalky early on, but I feel like overall this is probably wearing better than the Wet n Wild one did. Yeah, so I am pretty impressed with it, and
It's day 3, and today we're testing Kat Von D's Everlasting Liquid Lipstick. I am going to apply the color A Go-Go. This one jumps up in price point to $20. Let's give this one a go. A Go-Go. This is the lipstick that I was wearing in my spring accessories haul. When I upload it to YouTube, it shows up like more just red, but I can assure you that this is just basically straight up vibrant orange. And it's really pretty. And it is exactly 1 o'clock when I put that one on. And this is available in 44 colors. And so the 2 shades that I have in this one is Melancholia. This is kind of like a baby pink, and it's very cool toned. It kind of has like a little bit of purpley undertones in it too. But this one's really pretty. And then I also have Lovesick, which I know is a popular one. A lot of people like this one. And this one is a little deeper, and it's more purpley. So right there. All right, I will check in with you throughout the day.
For the most part, it's wearing pretty well. It's wearing off pretty evenly. I think that right now, this one's pretty good, and it doesn't have show any signs of flaking, and honestly, I can hardly feel this one on. I actually just ate some ice cream, and it's held up fine to that. So it's 8:35, well after dinner. At this point, it's basically just a stain. It's just a way lighter color. But I still like that even after eating dinner, it's just worn super evenly. It just keeps getting gradually lighter all together. So I really kind of appreciate that about this formula, I have to say. And this is basically worn off. It kind of almost looks like maybe I've eaten a strawberry popsicle or something. It's pretty much gone, so.
Okay, so we're on to the final day. Today is going to be the Lancome Matte Shakers, and this is pretty new to me. I only bought this a couple weeks ago, and I already really like it. First of all, it's $22. There's only 7 colors available. They say that it's a liquid lipstick, but it feels to me more like a lip oil stain. When it goes on, it's pretty lightweight, and it almost like melts into your lips, where with all the other liquid lipsticks, you can feel that there's something setting on top. And I think that if you don't like liquid lipsticks because you feel like they're drying or they just feel like a gross layer of film sitting on top of your lips, you might like this. The one thing, you have to shake it, and there's a little shaker in there. And the applicator is just kind of like a big sponge. But I find that you can actually do a pretty good application with it. It's not too much of a problem. This color is Magic Orange. And now this kind of, you have to do a couple layers and kind of build this up, because you'll see when you first put it on, it's almost like a light stain, and then you can build the color up. And then you can just kind of use the side right here to really blend it in, and then use this kind of point for the tips. So that's just one application. I can still see my lips through it, so it's kind of like a sheer color. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to build this up a little bit so that it's as opaque as we can get it. Okay. So I probably did about 3 light coats of this, and it's really pretty. It's not, this color isn't like super vibrant orange like the Kat Von D one was, but this is kind of like a bright corally orange, if that makes sense. I really don't feel much on my lips like I did a normal liquid lipstick. With a normal liquid lipstick, I don't even want to like press my lips together or go like that, because I don't want it to like get crumbly or weird. But this just feels like it's become one with my lips. Like I said, like it's like an oil stain or something. So this is such a unique, different formula, and so far I'm really liking it, but let's see how it wears through the day. It's 12:50, so it's almost 1 o'clock.
So I'm checking in at the 5-hour mark, and the color has definitely gotten a little bit lighter, but I have to say this is definitely the most weightless. I don't feel like I have anything on my lips. I actually forgot that I was wearing it. And it looks pretty good. I feel like the color has changed a little bit from being kind of corally colored to being like a cherry red. So I don't know if the stain like develops differently after it sits on your lips for a while, but I don't know. So I just ate dinner, and it's broken up a little bit around the mouth, but not bad, and it still feels like nothing, and the color is still pretty vibrant. This one just keeps going. I mean, it looks really pretty good, I feel like, for this time. For how long I've had it on, I feel like this one has worn the best, and it feels like nothing. But I know that none of them looked this bold still at this hour, and none of them wore this evenly. So
cue the boys to men, because we have finally come to the end of the road of this challenge. I have to say, this surprised me a lot, because I didn't want the most expensive one to be the winner, but I feel like the Lancome one kind of wins based solely on the fact that it lasted the longest. And P.S. I actually fell asleep and didn't wash my makeup, which never happens, and that stain looked exactly like it did in the morning as my like 11:30 check-in.
I mean, it's still on.
So just based on the wearability, and also how it felt on my lips, it felt like nothing. I feel like that one wins hands down. And I think that if you want to treat yourself to something a little bit different, if you're a huge lipstick fan, or if you are friends with someone that's a lipstick fan and you want to get them a really cool gift, I think that they would really love that. It would be a fun way to introduce them to a totally different kind of liquid lipstick. But I have to say that my second favorite is that $4.99 Little Wet n Wild one. As I went back through the footage and looked at everything by the day, this one at the 5-hour check-in, if you have somewhere to go for 5 hours that you're really not going to eat or drink much, say you're just going to a concert or you're going out at the end of the night, this one like looked the best at the 5-hour check-in. It looked almost like when I applied it, but it had the most severe line after I ate, and so it didn't look very attractive after that. However, I was able to sort of smush my lips together and get it to sort of redistribute, and that was pretty good. The Sephora one, I still really like this one. Now that they have so many more shades, I would say that this is such a good one too. This one definitely wore really beautifully throughout the day. Even though the color wore off through the day. It wore off very consistently. So it just gradually got lighter and lighter. And I really have always loved these, and I still really do. The biggest shock to me was that this Kat Von D one, while I love it and I love this color, it definitely wore off at the end of the night the most. So this one was the one that by the end of the day, it kind of wasn't even there anymore. This little Lancome one, I'm gonna go out and get a few more of these. It's sadly only available in 7 colors. I can't imagine that they wouldn't come out with more because I feel like a lot of people are really gonna like this one, and once they discover it, it's just such a good formula. So the Lancome was my favorite, with the Wet n Wild one following very close behind. Oddly, these are the two that have the least amount of colors available, but if you want a more unique selection of colors, these are gonna be your best bet to go with these two. And honestly, I would try the Sephora before the Kat Von D, because just for the price, you're saving $7. So I hope that this helped break down some of the more popular and less popular liquid lipsticks for you, and I hope that you enjoyed watching. So if you like this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you already haven't. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my